Hey everyone, it's Vanessa Simpkins coming to you live from another moving vehicle, and I'm here in Montreal for Easter weekend, and I just had to make this video. I'm going to turn around and show you the place because I just drove by the place where I went for an audition, okay, for this mop job. I don't know how many years ago, 6 years ago now, maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. What year are we? 2015. I started working for them in 2007, so a long time ago, and that was one of the most transformational events of my life. I took this job, I traveled across Canada, I moved to Hawaii, working for them, selling mops and ShamWows and knives and lint removers and all these crazy paraphernalia. And I really took my power back. I started making my own money. I started making a lot of money, almost $1,000 a day. If I made less than $500 a day, I was pissed. And this is after, declaring bankruptcy. So I had just a huge upturn, a huge upswing in my life. And I got credited to understanding using the power of my mind, law of attraction. I got heavily into the law of attraction. And here it is. Here's the place. Look at this. Here it is. Up here in Montreal, we're in St. Henry. And it was in this little jiu-jitsu theater right up there. It's this little place. This little hole in the wall, no place, in the middle of everywhere. And I remember going up into this audition and seeing these little girls, and this one girl was like, I make so much money, and I was like, yeah, how much is so much money? I was this crass skeptic in the back, right? There was like 20 people there, and she's like, I make $600 a day. I was like, at that point, I would sell my soul for $600 a day. I would run down the street naked with a flag out of my ass for $600 a day, right? At that point, I had gone bankrupt. I was living in this tiny little one-bedroom apartment. I was making $300 a week as a massage therapist. I was working to make someone else rich. And I loved being in the business of transformation, helping people, but I was broke. I was broker than broke. And I was afraid. And I didn't have any credit. And I got into the law of attraction. I started learning about it in the holistic center where I worked. And I did this course called Create Your Life. And I started making an intention, and my intention was very clear. I wanted to make $1,000 a week. I wanted to practice for a public speaking career, and I wanted to live in Hawaii. I wanted to have my free time. So there was five criteria for this. And a couple weeks later, I see this ad in Craigslist, and it's like, we're looking for actors and actresses to memorize a script and make $1,000 to $1,500 a week and live anywhere in the world, including Hawaii. And I was like, oh my God, this sounds too good to be true, but I went for it. And thank God I did. That started my entire career. I moved to Hawaii 2 months later. I became the best salesperson in the company that year, and I wrote my first book, From Bankrupt to $900 a Day, Selling Mops, from that experience, and that launched my speaking career. So the power of your intention is so strong. And there's a great book that I highly recommend you pick up right now. I'm into it. It's so good. Let me just raffle it out of my bag here. It's called Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Crap, and I don't have it with me. I left it underneath my pillow. But I do have this other one, which is great too. Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill's work, especially this book, Outwitting the Devil, it's phenomenal. It talks about fear and how you cannot have fear and your high self or your intuition at the same time. Now this is so important, such an important concept, that when your mind is full of fear, you will not be able to access your high conscious, which in my opinion is your intuition. Your intuition. Women come to me all over the world. I have clients in Europe, I have clients in Singapore and Montreal and the United States. They come to me wanting to learn, Vanessa, how do I attract more clients? How do I make more money? How do I get over these limiting beliefs? And, I'll tell you, the ones who do really well and have these huge spikes in income, it's because they come to me with an idea and they say, Vanessa, I have this idea. What do you think about doing this? And I say, yeah, go for it. Basically, I'm just giving them permission to say yes to their intuition. And of course I teach, certain systems for mindset and client attraction, speaking from the stage, making offers, these kinds of things. But the women who really tune into their intuition and take action on it, holy smokes, do amazing things happen. And that's what I've been basically doing my entire life, following my intuition. And I can tell you what, that's when magical things happen, like showing up at this crazy audition 7 or 8 years ago to sell lint removers. Okay, I had to graduate to selling mops. Lint, you know, you started with lint removers and started like the bottom of the barrel. So I highly encourage you, go and pick up this book by Napoleon Hill. It's called Outwitting the Devil. You can get it on Amazon. It's a phenomenal read about reappropriating, taking your power back, right? From fear by creating plans. If you have a definite plan, people do not like me making videos telling you what on the highway. They're like honking at me. So I'm gonna end this. I love you. I'll talk to you real soon.